Good day. Good day. Good day. Good day, everybody. I was turning on Instagram there. So, good day, everybody. Thank you for joining me today for Morning Sip with Rev Melissa. I am Rev Melissa, and Sip is Spirit in Practice, where we practice because practice makes progress. And we're about that progress life, aren't we? Yes, we are. So, welcome to Morning Sip with Rev Melissa here on New Thought Media Network. I use the technology of spiritual psychology, spiritual practices, and universal principles to companion people in disrupting limiting patterns of believing, limiting patterns of thinking, limiting patterns of behaving by prioritizing their heart and their mind to reveal the healing from within. This is my ministry of joy, where I support people in living life in joy, connected to their yes. I am an ordained interfaith minister, a licensed religious science practitioner, a spiritual life coach, and the spiritual director of Rockland Centers for Spiritual Living, a New Thought Center in New York. So if you need support, you can reach out to me on my social media at I am Rev Melissa, and we could set up some time to talk. You don't have to go through this thing called life alone. There is support here, and it is my pleasure and honor to support you. So please reach out. Let's see who is with me today. Hey, Shay from Colorado. Yes. Shay said again, because I was on Sekou Writes show again this morning, the Be Your Own Hero show, because we had to have a part 2. And guess what, yo? We're going to have a part 3 too. So we got so much to talk about and not enough time to talk about it. So they'll say, cool, we here. Because, yeah, we almost missed my show because we were talking after his show. But we are here. Good day, Michelle from Los Angeles. Happy Thursday to you. Good day, Bonnie. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Good day, everybody. Thank you for joining in. Wherever you're joining in from, you are always welcomed here. Good day, folks on Instagram. Let me see. Oh, it's a couple of you. So good day on Instagram. It's wonderful for you to be with me today. So we are in our series, and I have thoroughly enjoyed this series. And I hope that you all are receiving something also from the Optimist series. So it's the combination of two words, apocalypse and optimist. Apocalypse and optimist. And you put it together, and what it means is someone who knows how bad things appear to be, but nonetheless knows everything is all right. Everything will be all right, right? So we don't get caught up in the appearance of it because we know that all is well. And so yesterday I shared the 7 practices of trees that we get to practice. So if you missed that, please check out yesterday's show. And I shared this amazing picture of a tree giving another tree resuscitation. I call it, it's our version of mouth to mouth resuscitation. But it looks like, the smaller tree is helping the larger tree. And if you're on Instagram, you could go to my YouTube channel and see the picture, right? You see how they come together. And that's the only spot that they're together. It's 2 separate trees. Amazing. And so the larger tree looks like it has some kind of situation going on, a disease or something happened to it. And the other tree is just resuscitating it. Amazing. And so I have 7 practices from trees that we get to practice. Yes. As soon as I find, okay, here it is. Okay. So that was yesterday's show. So today I wanted to spend a little bit of time talking about the second part of this word, Apocaloptimist. I wanted to talk a little bit about the optimist part because we are all very familiar with the populist side, right? About the bad stuff. We all know it. Just turn on the news and you'll get a full of it, right? So I was thinking about the word optimist and I looked up the definition, and this is what it is: reflecting a favorable view of events and conditions and the expectation of a positive outcome demonstrating. Reflecting a favorable view of events and conditions and the expectation of a positive outcome demonstrating. So the origins of the word optimism comes from the Latin word optimus, and it means best, right? Best. So we could use that, right? That vibration and be rooted in the best of everything. And by being rooted in the best of everything, we can know that only good will blossom and grow, right? So we need to be rooted like trees are rooted. We need to be rooted in the good, rooted in the best, rooted in optimism. Yes. So, my question is, can you have a favorable view right now? So, if you're going through a situation, a challenge, something seems totally off in your life right now, can you have a favorable view of it right now? Whatever it is that you're going through, can you, and you can. So the answer to that is yes. Can you have a favorable view of it now? Not waiting until it's over, not a year from now and say, oh, that thing that happened last year was certainly for my highest good, right? Because we sometimes have 2020 vision about these things, but we get the opportunity to practice knowing that it's good now, regardless of the appearance. Apopka optimist people know that it's good regardless of the appearance. We don't look at the appearance, right? We don't get sucked in to the appearance of things, right? We could shift our perspective to the best possible outcome, right? To the good that we know that is blossoming and ever expanding and ever expressing through us and as us. We can know that now, and at the same time be going through stuff, right? It doesn't have to be a either or. So there's no need to delay having a favorable view. We don't delay the doom and gloom. We don't delay that. We go right there sometimes. So why not go right there and see a favorable outcome? Why not go right there, right now, instead of waiting, right? Because, like I said, we don't wait to imagine the worst, right? So we can use that same muscle, that same imagination muscle, and imagine the good now to have a favorable view. Yes? We could shift our perspective to the best possible outcome that we can imagine through the lens of love. Through the lens of love. So let me pause right there. Yes, Shay's giving me a yes right now. Yes, Shay. Everything is working together for my highest good. I know that is the truth, Shay. I say that all the time. And Bonnie, thank you. I needed to hear that right now. You are welcome, Bonnie. I think you're not the only one because I have to remind myself of this, right? Because I could catch myself in some place that I'm like, what am I doing here? Why am I thinking about all this negative stuff? Why am I imagining? Why are my what ifs negative, dark, scary, right? What if I did what ifs that were positive and uplifting, right? Michelle said, good reminder. Yes, we have to remind ourselves of this, that we could shift our perspective right now to favorable, to favorable. So I want to share something because our imagination is powerful. Our imagination is creative. It's a creative, active force. So I want to share something from one of my favorite books, The Master Key System. This book is so it's so powerful. It really drills down the universal principles and these beautiful little nuggets. It's a really short book, and it's told through, I think it's 12 parts, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, that's wrong. 24 parts, double the parts. But each part is a couple of pages, like maybe 4 or 5 pages. So this is what it says about imagination that I want to share with you. What is the imagination? A form of constructive thought, the light by which we penetrate new worlds of thought and experience, the mighty instrument by which every inventor or discoverer opened the way from precedent to experience. So it is, we can use our imagination for constructive thought to penetrate new worlds. There's infinite possibilities. That's what is meant by new worlds. Infinite possibilities, right? What is the result of imagination? Answer: the cultivation of the imagination leads to the development of the ideal out of which your future will emerge. So we can create our future now through our imagination. And we do this all the time. We imagine the worst. We imagine what we don't want to happen. And guess what the future brings? That, what you don't want to happen, right? And how do we cultivate our imagination? We cultivate it by exercise. I would say we cultivate it by practice, right? It must be supplied with nourishment or it cannot live. So we have to supply our imagination with nourishment, nourishing, high vibration pictures in our mind, right? Because we are creating our future today. So, what we do, speak, feel, imagine today is what we're creating for our tomorrow. If you want to have a good sense of what tomorrow will be like for you, just look at your today. Just look at your today. If you want your tomorrow to be different, you have to do something different today. Yes? We have to do something different today. If you keep doing what you've been doing, you're going to get what you've been getting. They call that what? Insanity. Repeating, doing the same thing over and over and thinking that you're going to get different results is insanity. So we get to use our imagination because we're optimistic people. We're optimistic. So we use our imagination op- op- optimistically. There we go. We use our imagination optimistically to outpicture that which we are wanting, desiring, knowing is our life, whatever that may be. So if you're going through a challenge right now, you have the power within you to shift your perspective to something that is favorable by imagining what it is that you do want. Simply imagine good. Sprinkle good all over that. Rain, have rain just wash it in good, right? If you don't know specifically right now what that is, what it is that you want it to look like, just imagine it looking good, flourishing, abundant. Tune into what the feeling tone is. What do you want to feel? And feel that in your imagination. Because guess what? The way that our brain is, it doesn't register if it's real or not. It's just like, yes. The Lord says yes. And so it is. So we do this not once, not twice, but consistently and deliberately, right? It's a practice. It's a practice. So this is what we get to do. We get to cultivate our imagination because we are living in a world within ourselves that is optimistic. And our inner environment that we are rooted in is good. And so we create from that place. That's what gets fertilized in our soil, in our soul, the good, the best, right? Optimism, the vibration of the word optimism is best. So the best and highest good is unfolding right here and right now. I imagine it so, and so it is. And so it is. All right, y'all. So we're going to wrap up the Apocaloptimist series tomorrow. I hope you receive something from it that you can take into practice with you. That's my deepest desire for Morning Sip is that you take something and put it into practice. Activate it in your life. Yes? All right, y'all. All right. Michelle said, Alt delete. Yes, yes. Those things that we don't want, right? Alt, what is it? Alt control delete, right? Because we get to start fresh with every thought. We get to start fresh right now. All right, y'all. So let's get into some joy news. Let me find that banner. There we go. Yes, Bonnie said reroute. That's right. Reroute. That's right. That's right. And you could use your imagination to reroute your whole situation. So I had a wonderful time today on Sekou's show, the Be Your Own Hero show. Sekou's show comes on at 9:45 a.m. Eastern time, and I was his guest today. I was his guest yesterday, and we had a good time. Yesterday, we talked a bit about the stroke, and Sekou was sharing about feeling like he was fighting against something, like he had to fight, against something. And so we was talking about that yesterday, and today we was focusing on money, on finances, on abundance. And we had the start of a wonderful conversation, but we will complete that conversation very soon in part 3. And I shared about the 30-day hero challenge, y'all. So yesterday was my day 3. Today is my day 4. And yesterday I went to the park, a new park that was amazing. It had a pond and all these geese, and I saw a crane and these beautiful trees that were just dancing. It was just amazing. So I'll share some pictures tomorrow of that. So remember, the 30-day hero challenge is how we are celebrating and supporting Sekou for his birthday month. His birthday is June 24th. And these are the things you need to do. Exercise 30 consecutive days starting in June. So today is June 15th. So it's not too late. We're still in June. You can make today your day 1. Let's go. Today is my day 4. I had to start over 3 times, right? 3 times. But I didn't give up. I kept imagining myself doing it. And that gave me what I needed to keep it going. So exercise 30 consecutive days in June, preferably in nature. I'm just saying, you will reap the benefits of it. Then we're going to donate at the end of the month. Sekou is going to tally up all of the miles that he ran in June. And then we're going to donate. I'm recommending at least $1 a mile to Sekou or whatever you can give. So you could donate by going to SekouWrites.com. And then the third thing we're going to do is purchase his book. Sekou has a new book. You can get the pre-order now. It's called Hack Your Pain Now. It's amazing. It's basically a survival guide, right? 10 commandments to support you in moving through whatever it is that is causing pain, right? And we're not just talking about physical pain. It could be emotional, mental, spiritual, whatever pain. Okay. So hack your pain now. Get it on Amazon, the pre order. So those are the three things: exercise, donate, purchase the book. There you go. All right. Please remember. So let me give a shout out because Sekou mentioned this in his show to everyone who um, participated in our hour of power, the power of prayer last night. It was a great support to Sekou, and I know that Shay was there. So I am so grateful that that the both of you and others were there last night and supporting each other in prayer, right? Supporting each other in prayer. My heart is just so happy about that. So that's every Wednesday at 7 p.m. We do something in the middle of the week, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Next Wednesday is our power of support, and it's specifically for caregivers or people who have been in a position of giving care and can share some wisdom with folks who are going through that now. So I'll remind you of that. This Sunday is our Sunday in Praise. And so on Sunday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, we do the other sip, which is Sunday in Praise, where I share an inspirational talk. And this Sunday, I will be sharing a talk called Balancing Grief and Joy. So it is my sermon that I preached this past Sunday. I will share it on the other sip, Sunday in Praise. Also at 10:30, we have Rockland CSL, where I'm the spiritual director, senior minister, and we have our Sunday celebration service at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. You could join us at rocklandcsl.org on Zoom. Go to our website and get the link, or you could watch the live stream on Facebook. Our theme for June is embracing self-care. And this Sunday, I will be speaking about pleasure. Pleasure. All right. So please join me for that. All right. All right. I think that's everything that I wanted to share today. I did really good on time. Bonnie said it was great. So I think you're talking about the hour of power last night, Bonnie. I'm glad you were able to be there. Yes, Sekou, your book is a survival guide. Yes, yes, yes. I love it. I love it. And Lindsay sharing, wonderful. Thank you. Oh, great, Bonnie. I'm glad you were there last night. Wonderful, wonderful. All right, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. We will wrap up our series and I'll share some information on wonderful things that are happening on Friday, some wonderful Friday shows from our Congregation of Joy. And yeah, so what are we going to do today? We're going to use our imagination. We're going to shift our perspective from the negative to the positive, and we're going to know the best now. So imagine the best. Imagine the best. This or something better. Yes? All right. All right. Let's practice, y'all. Let's practice. So, peace and blessings, everybody. Peace and justice. We are living life in joy. Yes, we are, because we are connected to our yes. Connected to our yes.